Why do you think we run from the topic of wills in families in conversation? We talk about leaving a legacy, but we mostly ignore major steps. Do you have a will?
I think the wife is responsible because I believe the wife is responsible for that.
Why do you think we run from the topic of wills in families in conversation?
I think it has a lot to do with the intent that you have on your family. You know, like in your mind, it's a negative connotation when somebody asks you about something that comes after you die. And I think that it just got into like a practice where nobody would talk about it because of whatever reasons. But I feel like it's necessary because that means everybody's knows they're aware of what's going on. Like if this happens, this is supposed to happen. It's not like blindsided where like we should have asked him, you know, when he was still alive, but it's all about a level of how valuable you think you are to the people that need to know this information. If you don't know how valuable you are to the people alive, then you're going to keep that information away.
I think what you just triggered my mind to think about was the amount of times that we don't care about words until we talk about wills and death and burials. We could have music that talks about the craziest things. We could have conversations about the craziest thing. We can watch the news that has the craziest conversations. But when it's time to actually talk about your mortality, people don't want to have this conversation. And that's why we have people doing GoFundMe's. That's why people are don't have enough insurance to cover burials. And now families have to come together and pay for burials, or families is running in people's houses and snatching things they always had their eye on in case someone met their demise. Different properties are seized by banks because the order is not in order. Things are not in order. I really want us to get together, and if we're going to play the game, let's play it well to the point where they look at us and say, oh, we can't play with them. They got everything in order.